What the hell is going on at LV? Today, I'm going to share with you my recent experiences, both in stores as well as online, with Louis Vuitton and how they completely mistreated me. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to the Chaston boutique after this horrible experience. I do have 3 Murakami unboxings to share with you. 2 I scored online from the Multicolor collection, and 1 I ordered in-store from the overhyped Cherry collection. Both online orders were very disappointing because both items arrived with notable faults. I will share with you everything, as well as how I saved one of the pieces. So I will be keeping this one, but potentially sending the other online order back. The third piece, which is from the Cherry collection, is really just the cherry on top. No pun intended. They really screwed me over, okay? The SA that I was dealing with straight up lied to me and manipulated me into placing an order. After talking to many of you, told me to email customer service, which I did, and wait until you hear their responses. For such a high-end luxury company, the customer service definitely falls short. So buckle up because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why I am so done with Louis Vuitton. Now let's take a quick pause from all the Louis Vuitton drama because I want to share with you something that's been working wonders for my skin while I sleep. Did you know some of the wrinkles on your face are not even from your expressions like smiling or frowning? They are actually caused by the way you sleep, and they are referred to as sleep wrinkles. I had no idea these sleep wrinkles even existed until Sleep and Glow reached out to me and introduced me to their pillow. This is the Omnia pillow. It has changed the way I think about my skin and aging. Sleep wrinkles runs vertically, which are different to expression lines, which goes horizontally. So we have, wrinkles on our forehead that goes horizontally. But then the ones, can you see this little vein here? I feel like this could be part of me sleeping on the side of my head and causing these compressions. There is some form of wrinkling or aging going on. These sleep wrinkles usually find it on your forehead or towards the sides of your mouth and nose, also on the sides of your eyes. Yeah, if you see any vertical lines there, it may be the beginnings of sleep wrinkles, which is horrifying. Over time, over weeks and months and years, these sleep wrinkles will become permanent. And that's the reason why I decided to try the Omnia pillow. It has a very clever 3D design. As you guys can see, it curves in here. So your head, when you're lying on your side, is not even touching the base of the pillow. So it's like floating in midair, and that really protects the sides of your face and our delicate skin, around the eyes. All of this is not just clever marketing. They do have clinical data to back up their claims. The Omnia pillow is the only clinically tested pillow proven to significantly reduce sleep wrinkles. In a dermatology study done in Barcelona, in just 3 months, the participants saw a 52% length reduction of lines around their mouth, 67% length reduction in their forehead wrinkling, and up to 61% volume reduction of wrinkles around their eyes. So I feel like this pillow could be the game changer that we have all been missing from our lives. Made from luxurious memory foam from Italy, it is very soft and breathable. When you press down on it, it goes back to its original shape. It's hypoallergenic and even certified safe for babies, which is saying something about the pillow and the material, right? The only thing I want you guys to be aware of is there could be some adjusting period to getting used to the pillow. Even though I have been sleeping on memory foam pillows for many years, so at this point maybe 15 years plus, it still took me a good 3 to 4 weeks to really get used to sleeping with this pillow. I think because the size is a little bit smaller to what I'm used to, And also when you go to your side, you sort of have to find the groove and roll into the groove. So it could be a little bit tricky initially, but once you get used to it, you get all the benefits. Right now is literally the best time to try the Omnia pillow because Sleep and Glow is having their birthday sale, which only runs once a year. You can get 15% off site-wide with my special discount code Queen of Diamonds 10. I will put the discount code and the link down in the description box for you guys. Make sure you don't sleep on this great deal because your skin will really thank you for it. Thank you so much Sleep and Glow for sponsoring this part of the video. All right, now that our future wrinkles are sorted, let's get back to our Louis Vuitton unboxing. Let's start off with the first item, which arrived in this huge box. This time I did get the Murakami special ribbon. This is the first time I am receiving the ribbon, so I was very stoked when I saw this. And then it did have the little Murakami panda as well. Put my email address down for this item to get notified if it ever comes back into stock. And I did get a couple of emails when this item sort of resurfaced, but I was never quick enough until one day it came back into stock while I was on my phone. So I saw the notification coming and I didn't even hesitate, checked out straight away. I really thought I had hit the jackpot, right? Because this one is a very special piece. Absolutely love it. When this huge box got delivered, I was so excited, but that excitement ended very quickly. Let me show you the item first, and then we'll talk about the quality issue and what I did to salvage it. Okay, so we have the gorgeous ribbon. This one did come with the sticker set as well. The item is inside here. Got the dust bag. And to reveal, ta-da! The Louis Vuitton Murakami toilet pouch. So this is the Toilet 26 in the gorgeous black multicolor. I feel like the black multicolor just has my heart. It looks so much more vibrant than the white canvas. Anyway, I really prefer the black over the white for some reason. And this one does have the silver hardware and the giant zipper pull. Inside is black wipeable interior, which is super handy, and you can see a little tag inside. You can fit everything in here without having to downsize. Use it as a clutch, just under your arm like that. Multicolor monogram really pops. And you can even put a little strap through here or get an organizer with D-rings to wear this as a bag. So I thought this piece is really versatile. I paid $1,880 for this piece. And with the cherry collection, so the third drop, the price significantly increased on all the SLGs and bags. So I was lucky I was able to get this one for such a good price in comparison. I have this little pearl strap. Just hook this onto the zipper and you can hold on to it so it becomes a wristlet. Now let me share with you the quality issue I found on this piece. It was there where that purple flower is. But now you can't see anything because I cleaned it so well. It looks brand new now. But initially when I unboxed it, I will insert a photo for you guys. There was this patch of black residue. It looks either like, you know, paint or glue. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel sticky or anything. Oh my God, there is. I think this is like paint. Oh man. That is really annoying. Damn it. It is faulty. I was going to just instantly return it. And I think that's why, you know, this item kept on coming back into stock because everyone that unboxed it, they saw the residue. No one was game enough to clean it themselves. Obviously, with such an expensive piece, you're not going to keep it if there is a noticeable fault on there, right? I honestly don't know who is doing the quality control over there or if there is even any quality control because That, to me, should not have been shipped out, repackaged each time someone returned it without examining the piece and seeing, why is it keep getting returned. But because I really do love how spacious it is and how it can brighten up any outfit, I thought I'm just going to try. Just give it a go. See if I am able to clean it off. Then I don't have to return this. So the item I used, I have actually already shared with you guys a couple of times. It is, in my opinion, pure magic. It is this cleaning foam from Colonel. I don't know what is in this magical foam, but any sort of color transfer or stains on leather or even fabric, I am able to remove with this. I'm going to show you my exact technique. I spent over 35 minutes rubbing. I was not being very gentle with it as well because the paint or glue residue, it was just so stuck on there. You really need to use elbow grease. I am just glad I persisted and I was able to clean it completely off. This also shows you how durable the Louis Vuitton canvas is. For things like work bags or your day-to-day bag, I do 100% highly recommend Louis Vuitton canvas. It's almost indestructible.
It's definitely getting better. You can see. The last bit's really stuck in there. Oh my god, it's still a little bit left. I almost need to get a toothpick. It's not coming off. But that's actually pretty remarkable, right? That cleaned it like 90% off compared to what it was before.
If you guys have watched my shoe care video, you will know I always highly recommend this cleaning foam. It's, in my opinion, the best one on the market.
Okay, it's been 20 minutes. I think I can completely remove it. But damn, LV quality. This is ridiculous. If you spend $2,000 and you have to take 30 minutes to clean off whatever bloody mark they have left on the outside, that's just not worth it. So close, you guys. Really hope I'll be able to remove that. It's definitely coming off, like very slow, but there's definitely progress. After all this. Going to be sad if this last stop doesn't come out because it is definitely noticeable if you know it's there. Hopefully this is the last couple of minutes and then we'll be finally free of this black dot. It is definitely scratch resistant because I've been at this for the past 30 minutes and the canvas is still looking great. There's no marks or anything on there. It doesn't look like the paint is going to chip. So yeah, it is super durable, which is probably the only great thing about LV canvas, right? So you can really go hard at this and not risk damaging the actual canvas itself. I am really digging my nail in to the crevice, and this is how I'm able to lift up the paint. Oh my god, last 1%, you guys. Can we do it? Very, very stuck in there. Okay. Come on, come on, come on.
Might actually put the foam directly onto the canvas.
Oops. Just let it sit there for a little bit. Okay. Come on. Actually can't believe it's coming off. I almost didn't even try to do this because I was like, oh, what if I damage it then I can't return it? Yeah, because if you take this to the store, they will not be able to clean it off for you. They'll just be like, oh yeah, it's a defective piece, and they'll just take it back, right? Oh man. Come on. Very tiny. Last bit left. What would you guys do? Would you just send this back, or if I didn't really love this piece, I wouldn't try this hard. I think the toiletry large pouch is actually quite usable. I sold my very tiny toiletry 15 because I just never ever used that one. I still have the 19, which I also don't use, but that size is maybe, you know, a little bit better than the 15. Yeah, but the 26, I think this is actually a much better size. At the time, my SA did ask me if I wanted to get the normal monogram toiletry 26, and I said, because I don't use the other two, there's no point getting this one. So I'm actually glad I didn't get it, because now I can have this more special one, the multicolor. Definitely more of a collectible, right? Oh man, so much effort. Come on. All right, let me fast forward the last bit, and if I'm able to remove it, you'll see me in a little bit. Ta-da! I can't believe I'm saying this, but I fixed it. Let's zoom in. Can you guys still see there's like maybe one teeny tiny black dot just there, but it's not noticeable at all. So yeah, from far away it looks perfect. So I think I am going to keep this because it is a very special piece. It has magical powers. How many times it's saved me from color transfer on my bags, honestly, is amazing. So definitely highly recommend. I've had this for years. It is still more than halfway full. You'll only need to buy this once and then probably never have to repurchase this again.
So if my shoe care video didn't convince you to get this cleaning foam, I hope this video did, because this is a miracle worker, and I think everyone needs one to fix spills and stains. Honestly, cannot live without this. And now I have my perfect Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch. This will be the only SLG I am going to collect from the Murakami collection. Just relieved that I was able to clean off the residue, but at this price point, I think you would all agree your pieces should arrive flawless. You shouldn't need to spend 30 minutes to restore it back to how it once was. Now let's move on to the second Murakami unboxing. The second piece arrived like this. Did receive the packaging, the sticker set. They even included a perfume sample, which is nice. Got the receipt, and we have the box. This item I also managed to score online. It was more of an impulse purchase. I went to Singapore, wanted to take this with me, but it actually arrived after I got back. Ended up waiting over 6 weeks for this piece. The toiletry pouch arrived really quickly, so after I placed the order, they shipped out straight away, so I got it in 2 days. Whereas this one, yeah, over 6 weeks. It is definitely a faulty piece. This should not have passed quality control at all. Let me show you. It is an SLG. Okay, so we got that dust bag. And inside, I picked up the Murakami passport holder. Pink interior is quite fun. And I don't have any white multicolor pieces. Something just, you know, to add to my collection. When I first got it, I was super excited because I was like, oh my god, the white multicolor, it is actually quite pretty in person. I thought I wouldn't like it as much as the black. You guys can see they are quite different. The LV on this passport holder, it's a lot smaller, so it looks more cute. So I was happy having one black canvas and then one white canvas. I was like, oh, my collection is now complete, right? Wrong. Because if you guys have a look at the corner up here, can you see that the stitching is all messed up? So instead of the threads being white, it is fuchsia up there. And then if you have a look at the opposite side, the stitching along here, it is super messy And even the glazing at the very corner, it is bleeding onto the white canvas. Also, the threads along this corner, you can see some fuchsia bits in there as well. So I am just not very pleased with the quality, especially after waiting 6 weeks. That's not really good enough, right? I don't know if this was also a return piece or what the hell happened. It's such a shame because the fuchsia looks so nice with our Australian passport, which is blue, right? This looks so nice together. I am gutted. You slide your passport in here and then you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 card slots. Such a gorgeous piece, but made so poorly. And with all the speculations recently about these luxury products being made in China, potentially it is true because, I mean, for such an expensive passport holder, definitely does not look like a luxurious item when you look up close. It's all in the details when you buy luxury. You want all the stitching to be perfect and you don't want the glazing to be bleeding onto the canvas. I think that's not too much to ask. What do you guys think? After I contacted Louis Vuitton customer service about this, they did say I can send it back for them to examine, but what's there to examine? The stitching is faulty. It's not like they can fix that, right? I think I'll just be sending this back for a refund. Or would you keep this? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I know a lot of people might not care that the stitching is a little bit faulty because, you know, all of these pieces are so limited. Louis Vuitton is pretty much banking on someone out there will feel like they have to have a piece from this collection, and if it's a little bit faulty, they're just going to overlook it. This was an epic disappointment. Let me know what you guys think. And I feel like for a passport holder, the canvas is a little bit stiff. I might actually be better off getting a full leather one, and Louis Vuitton Empreinte leather is super durable, so it might actually be a better option, and the price is the same or if not cheaper than this limited edition piece. Was tempted to order the passport holder from the Cherry collection. I think this one was $740. The one from the Cherry launch was over $800. I think it's like $890, or I'll put the price on the screen, but I just didn't think it was worth that much. I did see it in stores when I was traveling. If you guys haven't seen my Singapore luxury shopping video, I will link that above. That's the disappointing second unboxing. Now for the third, this one is a doozy. Okay, you guys. This is from the Cherry collection, which is the most recent third drop of the Murakami collaboration. And as you guys can see, it did not come with the white cherry packaging, even though she told me that all pre-orders will come with special packaging. I was furious about this because, as you guys know, I saw the whole collection in Singapore. They had pretty much everything except for the Alma BB and the Speedy 20. If they did have the Speedy 20, if I tried it on and I liked it, I would have purchased it from there. But the SA at the Marina Bay Sands store told me the Speedy and the Alma, they're both going to arrive a little bit later. I could have purchased this item in Singapore if my SA have not lied to me about a few things. It was not even just one lie, it's multiple. Let me unbox this first. This one just came with the white and gold ribbon. Ta-da! You can see it already there. The white bandeau from the Cherry collection, and as you guys can see, the tag is already hanging off. So much for a luxurious experience, right? Not only did it not have the special packaging, I would classify this as faulty as well. Anyway, when you spend hundreds of dollars for just a piece of silk, you would expect it to be better quality. Can cut the other end off and still use the item. I am not too fast, but also after this whole horrible experience, do I really want to keep this? Because every time I look at it, it's going to remind me of how badly they treated me, right? So yeah, anyway, I am still deciding. So leave your comments down below whether I should keep this or not. It does have the little cherry print. The reason why I got this one is I do like how subtle the grey monogram is. so the gray on white. It is very summery and it actually does look really nice on all my Louis Vuitton bags. So I'll show some cutaway clips of how this looks on my Louis Vuitton bum bag. The cherries, the pops of red really do look nice with monogram. Let me tell you exactly what happened. You're not even going to believe some of this stuff. So I will be sharing screenshots of all the conversations between me and this person, as well as when I emailed Louis Vuitton customer service. Initially, when I met this SA, you guys would have recalled I went into the store for the Cherry Blossom collection launch, and she was the one that served me. She gave me the wrong information. This was the first interaction. I don't really know her, so I gave her the benefit of the doubt. We kept in touch for the Cherry collection. She did send me the pre-order lookbook. I was really considering the Speedy 20 and the Bandeau because I think the two together looked really pretty. This was before I was able to score this one online. So after I placed the order for this one, I was thinking about, whether I really want a Speedy bag because the bag is very casual, and you guys know my style. It's not that casual. Like I prefer Chanel bags. That's just my kind of vibe, So after thinking about it, I decided not to get that one, especially if it's like a pre-order. I haven't seen the product in real life. I don't want to order it, try it, don't like it, and then have to return. Like I know a lot of people do that and it is fine, but that's just not something I like to do. When I pay and buy something, I want to keep it. Anyway, so this essay told me that they are planning to launch the third Murakami collaboration, so the Cherry collection, on May 22nd. When she told me this, I actually said to her, May 22nd, I will be in Singapore. Potentially, I would be able to just buy from there. A couple of weeks later, this was May 15th, 1 week before the official launch date. She messaged me saying, "Hi Amy, we have just been told that we can take deposits for TM Drop 3 today. The order date has been rescheduled for tomorrow instead of next Friday. So this means that I will take your deposit today so we can quickly push through orders as soon as they open tomorrow. So you have a better chance of receiving your items and I can send you the payment link." So to me, that message wasn't very clear. So that's why I messaged back just to clarify. So I asked her if the release date for the collection is still next Thursday, which is May 22nd, the date that she originally told me, or are they releasing the collection tomorrow, which is May 16th? And she messaged me saying they are releasing it tomorrow. So that's why they're taking deposits today. So in my mind, she is saying the launch date has been brought forward to May 16th. After she said it's releasing tomorrow, I paid her, okay? I paid the deposit for the Bandeau. I told her after thinking about it, I'm not going to get the Speedy 20 anymore. I would rather see the product in person. I'm going to wait until I go to Singapore to have a look at that. After I paid, she then says, "So we will place the order tomorrow using your deposit. We then find out in a few weeks." So I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean you have to wait a few weeks? If you're taking the deposit today, doesn't that mean that I can pick up the item tomorrow? I was completely confused. So that's why I sent back, I thought I can pick up the item tomorrow. And then she's like, "No, I'm so sorry, this is pre-order." So only then did she let me know that this deposit is just for pre-ordering. It's not for me to pick up the item tomorrow when the collection is launched. Collection launch date has not changed. It is still May 22nd. Oh, so if she didn't falsely let me to believe that the collection is launching early, I would have stuck to my original plan, checking out the collection while I'm in Singapore, and if I see anything I like, I will buy from there. As luck would have it, everything came with the white cherry packaging. It's also when I saw the packaging for the first time, I was like, oh my god, that is so pretty. So I messaged to say, when you ship out my item, wherever that may be, I'm just going to wait for it, make sure that it has all the cherry packaging. And she messaged back saying, yes, pre-orders always come with the packaging. So I was like thinking, oh great, at least, that's one good thing about pre-ordering, then at least I'm guaranteed I'll get the full package. That is obviously another lie because I did not receive the packaging, as you guys saw. I complained about it. She basically just said, come into the store and I can give you a refund. That's just their default. They don't want to go the extra mile for their clients. Even if she said, check with the manager or let me ask Sydney store or somewhere else to see if they're willing to send us packaging. And then if they're not, at least you did something, at least you tried. But no. So I did talk to a couple of you on Instagram. A lot of you told me to lodge a complaint because initially I was just going to let the whole thing go because I'm like, oh, it's not worth it. It's just, like for this thing is just $450. It's probably like the cheapest item that you can buy from the collection, and I liked it just because I wanted something with the cherries and I thought this was cute, and everything else in my opinion is just overhyped and overpriced. I was just going to let it go because it's just not worth my time to argue with them. But after talking to some of you guys made me really fired up because you're like, this is not right. You can't be treated this way and then just expect to be okay with it. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me contact customer service and see what they say. So I drafted an email. It is a lengthy email because so much has happened. Like, she misled me from the beginning, lied about the launch date to get me to place the order, manipulated me when she knew that I could have gotten everything in Singapore. And then after I asked her about the packaging, she lied to me again, promising me that everything will come with the packaging. And she just says, oh, they don't know about it until that day. I'm pretty sure they knew about it, but they just never disclosed this to clients. Or maybe Louis Vuitton told them not to say anything. Either way, it is wrong. You can't do that. Anyway, I emailed client services, explained, my whole situation and how if she had been upfront and honest from the beginning, I could have bought the item in Singapore and gotten all the special packaging and would have had a much nicer experience. And their response is pretty much they appreciate the feedback and they will pass it on to management. As for the packaging, it's subject to availability, but you're never told this when you place the order. They are going to get the Chaston store to reach out to me to see if they have any leftover packaging. And I already know the whole store didn't receive any packaging. This is not going to help me. There was no apology, no real accountability for what happened. And it's basically just, we'll pass on the message and Chaston can deal with you. Yeah, that's what online customer service did. And I know they actually did read through my email, which is good. Or maybe they used AI to read through the email and draft a response. Who knows? Not satisfactory after you spend so much money with the company, even though this particular item is only $450, but I have spent tens of thousands with Louis Vuitton throughout the years. The next day, someone from Chaston did reach out to me, one of the managers. She basically just said the same thing, that they don't have any packaging in store and there's nothing they can do. I told her like a brief summary of what happened and how the other SA blatantly lied to me to get the sale. She said, oh no, like what she told you was correct. How is that correct when you say the launch date is now being moved forward to May 16th when that's not the truth? And the only reason why I placed the order was based on that fact that she told me. With all these luxury purchases, the packaging is definitely part of the experience. Don't you guys agree? Like, we pay such high prices, we expect the packaging, the ribbon, the good customer service. They're not giving us any of that. I looked it up how much Louis Vuitton made last year. In 2024, Louis Vuitton made 22.8 billion euros. Okay, not even dollars, it's euros. They are swimming in our cash and they can't spare some change to make packaging for everyone that pre-orders or that places an order for the Murakami collection. Like, are you joking? Like, what the hell? If you're making $22 billion or 22 billion euros, you can spare even $1 million on packaging. because all of this, let's face it, it's probably like $5 to make the packaging per order. Not even, right? Because all of this is mass produced. Really angers me. They think they can just get away with treating clients this way. They just expect us all to be okay with it. I am just rethinking whether I should continue to spend my money with Louis Vuitton. Clearly, this is how they treat their long-term clients, and they do not give a shit about any of us. And yeah, they made 22 billion euros, and they do not want to give every customer an enjoyable, luxurious experience unboxing their Murakami collaboration pieces, because what? It'll eat into their $20 billion margin? Like what? All of this is just so laughable, and I actually feel stupid for wasting my money on Louis Vuitton because the quality is so crappy these days. All 3 items I purchased arrived with defects. What a joke, right, you guys? I am just over it. I am done. I did send one last email to client services. I said I've talked to a few of my friends who have contacted you guys after they received their orders without the cherry packaging, and you guys have really kindly sent them, the special packaging. So if you do have any spares lying around and want to make my experience a little bit better after all the shit that you put me through, I would really appreciate it if you could also send me some. I just left it at that, but I refused to deal with the Chaston store going forward. I told them as such, like, don't get them to contact me again because I do not want to talk to them. They have been less than helpful, saying, they have done all that they can, which, what have you done really, huh? Like, did you really do anything? You did nothing. Whether or not I continue to shop from Louis Vuitton will depend on what they reply me with and how much effort they go into to right their wrongs. It is very simple. They could have easily fixed this at so many, different points of this ridiculous journey, and they just choose not to. I'm just telling you guys, this is what happened to me, and be warned, this is how they treat their loyal customers. They don't give a shit about any of us. Since I filmed that video you just saw, something else happened the very next day, so I feel like I have to update you guys. The manager texted me, said she managed to source me the cherry packaging. I was honestly so shocked because after our last exchange, which ended with me feeling even more furious than before we started, they are able to source the packaging. It's just they make you jump through so many hoops to get there. Most people probably just give up, Now that I do have the packaging, I just want to show you guys because how could I not? It is so beautiful. The box as well as the paper bag. I feel like packaging is such an important part of our luxury purchases. This is so pretty. Look at all the cute little smiling cherries. It's the same on the back. And Louis Vuitton is in silver. That's very gorgeous. And inside, it does have the Louis Vuitton motifs. So pretty, right? I love it. Inside here, it is the cherry box. Ta-da! This is so cute. Little drawer. I have the twilly here. So now it looks so much better with its official packaging. So very kind of that store manager to reach back out to me when she was able to get the packaging. So what do you guys think? Was this worth the heartache? It is gorgeous. I'll give them that. This is such a collectible. I feel like I really needed this in my collection. So I am so happy. I no longer have any mixed feelings about the bandeau. I am definitely keeping it. Just need to cut the tag off of the other side and then I can start using it. My story in the end did have a happy ending. Probably wouldn't be racing back to Louis Vuitton anytime soon, but I have not written them off completely. Now, one of you did show me a lilac color in the upcoming collection. The lilac color is definitely calling my name. What about you guys? Do you guys see anything you like? Don't forget to check out Sleep and Glow and shop their birthday sale. I will leave my link and discount code down in the description for you guys. If you do pick one up, do let me know over on Instagram how you got on with it. This video is insanely long. Thank you so much for those of you that made it to the end. Leave me a little pillow emoji and a little cherry to signal that you did make it to the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!